Okay, good morning, and our topic for today is all about this one. Key concepts of functions. Are you familiar with functions? Okay, so you've been hearing the word functions ever since, right? So I want to determine if you are familiar with this. Okay, any reactions with the word functions? Any comment? Now, let us try to continue. Okay, so these are our learning objectives. So number one, we are going to represent real life situations using functions. And number two, represents real life situations using piecewise functions. So itong pag-aaralan natin ngayon. Let us now try to determine what are this. Okay, so we have our essential questions. What is a function? What are the characteristics of a function? How do you determine if a relation is a function? How is a function different from a relation? Then, why is it important to know which variable is the independent variable? Ayan. Okay, now, moving forward. So, these are some definitions. A relation between two variables x and y is set of ordered pairs. Are you familiar with ordered pairs? Okay, when you were in grade 9, you have discussed the x and y, right? Okay, so for example, this one. An ordered pair consists of an x and y coordinate. A relation may be viewed as ordered pairs, mapping, design, table, equation, or written in sentences. So, pag sabing ordered pair, ito yung naka-enclose sa x and y. So, kunyari, 0, 1. Okay? So, yung x natin is 0. Then, yung y natin is 1. Okay? So, the moment na makakita ka ng ordered pair, that is already a relation. Okay? May relasyon yun. So, parang babae at lalaki. So, yung boy, yung x. Okay? Si x. At yung girl, si y. Okay? Now, x values are input. Independent values are called the domain. Okay? Then, y values are called the output or the dependent variable or the range. Okay? So, yung kanina, 0, 1, ang domain natin doon, yung x. Okay? 0. Then, yung 1 naman, siya yung range natin. That is what we call the dependent variable. Okay? Next. What makes this a relation? So, familiar kayo. Ito yung tinatawag na ordered pair. Okay? So, 0, negative 5. Isa siyang ordered pair. 1, negative 4. 2, negative 3, 3, negative 2, and 4, negative 1, saka si 5, 0. Okay? Lahat ng ito, relasyon. So, any of you, do you have a relationship in life? Okay? Meron kayong mga karelasyon. Okay? So, syempre, magkarelasyon si boy saka si girl. The first one, ito yung mga boys. Yan. Si 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then, ito yung mga girls. Negative 5, negative 4, negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, and 0. Now, what is the domain? Okay, so ano daw yung mga domain dyan? Ulitin ko, the domain ay yung value ng x. So, ano yung mga domain? Ayan. So, the domains are ito, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Those are the boys. Then, what is the range? Okay. So, these are the range. Negative 5, negative 4, negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, and 0. Okay, huwag kakalimutan ha. Si domain, si x, si range, si y. Okay, ngayon kapag nakakita ka ng ordered pair, relation yun. Okay, relasyon. Okay, siguro naman pagdating sa relasyon, marami kayong alam. Ano? Okay, now, is this a relation? Okay, so we have the input, 4, negative 5, 0, 9, and negative 1. And the output, negative 2 and 7. Okay. Is this a relation? So, what is the domain? What is the range? Okay. So, the domains are, ayan, the inputs are called the domain. And the output are called the range. Okay. So, yung input, kunyari, may ganito. Parang cause and effect. Okay. Hinalikan mo yung jowa mo 5 beses, ano? Okay, ayun yung input. Ano output nun? Sinampal ka 10 beses naman. Okay. So, kunyari naman ang input mo, 10 kiss. Ano ang output nun? 20 sampal. Okay? So, naiintindihan. Okay, the next one is a relation na function. So, ang tanong dito, lahat ba ng relasyon nagfa-function? Okay, since may karelasyon ka, nagfa-function ba? Okay, is it working? How are we going to know? Okay, ito. We are going to determine the function. Okay, what is a function? According to a textbook, a function is a relation in which every input has exactly one output. Sabi daw dito, every input, okay, has exactly one output. Ilan ang output? Isa. Okay? Kada input, meron siyang isang output sa Tagalog. Okay, now, let's discuss it further. So, functions. It is a relation where each element in the domain, yung x yung domain, is related to only one value in the range by some rule. So, ulitin ko yung domain, the value of x, okay, exactly paired with one element in the range. Meron siyang isang girl. Okay, now, it is a set of ordered pairs, x, y, such that no two ordered pairs have the same x value but different y values. Okay, ang sabi daw dito, wala daw ordered pairs may same x. Okay, in short, yung lalaki, bawal daw maulit. Okay, now, is a relation really a function? That's our question. So, focus on the x coordinates when given a relation. If the set of ordered pairs has different x coordinates, okay? Ano yung x coordinate? Boy or girl? Boy. Okay? It is a function. So, dapat yung boys magkakaiba. Now, if the set of ordered pairs has same x coordinates, okay? Same parehas yung same. May parehas daw sa x. Ano yung x? Yung mga lalaki. Okay? It is not a function. Okay? So, kung yung lalaki na ulit, bawal. It's not a function. Okay? So, kapag yung lalaki, iba-iba, that is a function. Okay? So, in short, y coordinates have no bearing in determining functions. Okay? So, yung y, nothing to do with the functions. Okay, let us now try to have an example. Is this a relation? Yes, because these are ordered pairs. Okay, ngayon, is this a function? Okay, so look only at the x coordinates. Tingnan natin yung x. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Question, may naulit bang x? May naulit bang boy? Wala. Okay, so, this is a relation? Yes, if you answered yes, you are correct. Is this a function? What can you say? Yes, it is a function. Bakit? Just look on the x. Nothing was repeated. Naiintindihan? Walang naulit kay x. Okay. Now, example number 4. Is this a function? Then hint, look only at the x coordinates. Negative 7. 1, 2, 0, 0 again, negative 2. Okay, the question is this a function? Let us try. No, because the reason 0 was repeated. Okay, may naulit ng x. Is this a relation? Oh, baka may magkamali pa. Yes, that is a relation. Why? It's an ordered pairs. Okay, kapag meron dito hindi ordered pair, yung walang ka-partner, hindi na siya relation. Okay? In a relationship, there must be x and y. There must be a boy and a girl. Okay. Now, which relation mapping represents a function? Okay, so choice 1. 3, negative 1, 1, 2, 0, 2. Choice 2. 2 paired with 2, negative 1 paired with 3, negative 1 paired with negative 2, and 3 paired with 0. Okay. Now, in choice 1, function or not? Okay. So, kunyari, we will invite everyone in the party. Okay, meron tayong partner. Okay, sulat mo kung sinong partner mo. Kailangan isang beses lang natin makita sa mga lalaki yung name nila. Okay, kunyari, si 3. Sinong partner niya? Si negative 1. Si 1. Sinong partner niya? Si 2. Si 0, sinong partner niya? Si 2. May naulit bang boys? Wala. Okay? Dito naman tayo sa choice 2. Si 2, ang partner niya, si 2. si negative 1, ang partner niya si 3. Si negative 1, ang partner niya si negative 2. Okay, so we have noticed negative 1. Okay, siya yung boy. Okay, so it was repeated twice. So, let us now try to determine. Okay, so choice 1 is only the function. Ito. And choice 2 is not. Simply because negative 1 was repeated already. Okay? Sana naintindihan. Okay, let's proceed to example 6. Which relation mapping represents a function? Okay, anybody? Is A a function? Yes or no? How about B? Is B a function? Yes or no? Okay, ngayon kung nalilito ka ganito, sino bawal maulit? Si X ha? Okay, so banggitin natin. Tawagin natin isa-isa. Okay, 2, sinong partner mo? Si A. 2, sinong partner mo? Si B. 2, sinong partner mo? Si C. So, maraming partner si 2, no? So, si 2, pag nilista natin siya doon sa party, maililista ba siya many times? Yes. Okay? Now, dito naman tayo. A, sinong partner mo? Si 2. B, sinong partner mo? Si 2. C, sinong partner mo? Si 2. Okay. Tanong, X lang ang pinag-uusapan natin. Was there a repetition of the X? None. I think we can answer this now. So, which is a function? The function is letter B. Okay? A is not a function. Okay, naiintindihan ba how to determine a function? Okay, now, the vertical line test. Okay? Vertical line test. It is a relation. A relation is a function if a vertical line drawn through its graph passes through only one point. Okay? Then, aka the pencil test. Take a pencil and move it from left to right, negative x to x. If it crosses more than one point, it is not a function. Okay. So, alam ko namang hindi nyo naintindihan, so I'll just explain it further. Okay. So, pag sabing vertical line test, okay, so this is the graph. Would this graph be a function? Pag sabing vertical line, patayo pahiga. Anybody? Vertical. So, syempre, patayo. Okay, for example, you know, in basketball, yung mga boys, okay, pag sabing vertical leap, ano yun? Di ba yung taas ng talon? Paano ka tumalon? Nakahiga o patayo? Oh, syempre, patayo. Okay, now, for example, the girls, they are not watching basketball. Okay, pag sabi natin vertical, tumbling yun, ano? Tumbling. Okay, now, paano ka tumambling? Nakatayo, nakahiga? So, nakatayo. So, when we say vertical line test, okay, here, let's have the pencil. Anywhere in the graph. Okay, i-move natin yung pencil. Dapat, anywhere, dapat magta-touch lang siya once or isang beses doon sa graph. Ito yung graph natin, yung line natin. The pink one. Okay, let's move the pencil. Okay, so, if your pencil was placed here, okay, we have noticed that it touches the graph once. Okay, now, if the pencil was moved here, it touches the graph once friend. Anywhere. So, it is a function. Why? It touches the graph once. Okay? So, let's have another example. So, that is a function. Okay, now, ito yung graph natin. Parang semicircle or oblong. Ellipse. That's called an ellipse. Would this be, well, would this graph be a function? Okay, function ba to or not? Let's draw a pencil anywhere. Okay. So, moving the pencil here, okay, it touches the graph once. I-move natin sa ibang place. Okay, let's move it in the other place. Okay, so we have noticed that the pencil touches the graph twice. So, it's not a function anymore. Okay? So, it is not a function. No is the answer. Okay? Now, moving forward. Function or not, let us try to identify if the following drawings are function or not. Okay, now, ito muna. Is this a function? Negative 2 paired with negative 1, negative 1 paired with 0, 0 paired with 1, 1 paired with 2, 2 was paired with 3, and 3 was paired with 4. Was there a repeated value of x? Naulit ba si x? Hindi. So, meaning, function yan. So, every value of x as a value in y. So, yan. Tawag na one-to-one function. Okay, now, here, in this graph, is this a function or not? Si a sub 1 paired with b sub 1, a sub 2 paired with b sub 3, A sub 3 paired with B sub 2, and A sub 4 paired with B sub 4. Okay. So, was there a repetition in terms of x? None. So, meaning, it is a function. Okay. Now, punta tayo dito on the upper right. Okay. So, 0 was paired with negative 2. 0 also was paired with 1. Okay. Now, so we have noticed, 0 was being repeated. So, in short, that is not a function. Okay. Now, in the last part, 1 paired with 5, 1 paired with 7. So, I think you know already since 1 was being paired. 1 was being mentioned twice. So, in short, this is not a function. Okay. So, yung dalawang functions na to, since isa lang talaga kahit doon sa B, sa output natin, that is called 1-to-1. Okay? 1-to-1. Isa laban sa isa. Okay? So, pair-pair lang yan, ano? Bawal maging, bawal magkaroon ng dalawang jowa. Okay, na girl. Now, so, function notation. How to read this? Y is equal to f of x. X is what we call the independent variable or the domain. Y is called the dependent variable or the range. Pag sabing independent, nag-iisa. Pag sabing dependent, umaasa. Okay, so, masasagutan lang natin to, si y is equal to f of x, if ever we have the value of x, depende kay x. Okay? So, pag sabing dependent, si y, umaasa lang siya kung nandun na si x. Okay? Next. So, definition. What is a piecewise function? Okay, so piecewise na tayo, A function defined by two or more functions over a specified domain. Ilang functions na makikita mo? Two or more. Okay, so sabi niya, piecewise yun. So, ilan ang drawing? Two or more din. Okay? Now, let's move forward. What do they look like? Ano itsura ba ditong piecewise function na to? Okay, now, f of x is equal to x squared plus 1 and x minus 1. So, dalawa yung given. So, ilan ang graph nito? Dalawa rin. Okay, ngayon, ano itong nasa right side? Okay, itong nasa right side, sila yung tinatawag na restriction. Pag sabing restriction, kumbaga sabi sa TV, PG-13. Ano yung restriction? PG-13. Bawal yung 13 pababa. Okay? So, ang pwede lang manood, 14 above or 14 pataas. Okay. In the first one, x squared plus 1, the restriction is x is less than 0. Sa Tagalog, sa x, mas maliit dapat kay 0. Okay. What is the number less than 0? What are the numbers less than 0? Ano yung mga number na mas mababa sa 0? Negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, and so on. Okay. X minus 1, the restrictions are, or is, x is greater than or equal to 0. Pag sabing greater than, mas malaki. Okay. At pwede rin daw equal. So, pwede ba yung 0? Yes. Pwede bang 1? Yes. Pwede ba 2? Yes. Going up. Pwede ba negative numbers? No. Bawal ang negative numbers. Okay, now, let's try to have. You can evaluate piecewise functions. You can graph piecewise functions. Now, how? Okay, so let us evaluate a piecewise function. Evaluating piecewise functions is just like evaluating functions that you are already familiar with. Okay, you have been discussing this before already. Okay, let's evaluate f of 2. Ang basa dito, f of 2. Okay, so the given piecewise, f of x, x squared plus 1, where x is less than 0, x minus 1, where x is greater than or equal to 0. Pag sabing f of 2, kanino siya papasok? Okay, so magaling tayo sa pagpasok, ano? Okay, x mas maliit daw kay 0 o sa x mas malaki kay 0 or equal to 0? Saan to nabilong? Saan to bilong? So, dito siya pwede sa pangalawa. So, you are going to use the second equation. Okay, dito siya. So, you are being asked to find y when x is equal to 2. Since 2 is greater than or equal to 0, you will only substitute into the second part of the function. So, dalawa yan. Hindi ka pwedeng basta mamili na lang. Depende doon sa itatanong niya. Ang sabi niya, si f daw may 2 sa loob. So, that is f of 2. Saan siya papasok? Siyempre, dito. We're going to replace x here by the value of 2. Okay? So, this is 2 minus 1. What is the answer? 1. So, the answer of f of 2, given this function, the answer is 1. Okay? Very clear? Okay. Another example. Let's calculate f of negative 2. Okay. Same given. F of x. So, saan siya papasok? Dun sa una, sa pangalawa? Doon sa una. X is less than 0. Mas maliit daw kay 0. Si negative 2, mas maliit kay 0. Lahat ng negative numbers, that is smaller than 0. Okay. So, we are going to replace it to the value of x here. Okay. So, you're being asked to find y when x is equal to negative 2. Since negative 2 is less than 0, you will only substitute into the first part of the function. Okay? So, doon natin papalit. Let's replace by negative 2. So, negative 2 squared plus 1 is equal to 5. Bakit? Negative 2 squared is equal to 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. Okay, your turn. Let us try to answer this. Okay? So, what is f of negative 2? Everybody? Okay? So, what is your answer? Let us try and I'll come back to you later.